Welcome once again to the 7th tutorial. In our previous lessons, we learned how to make statistical decisions. Today, we will discover what happens when those decisions are wrong and how type 1 and type 2 errors do occur. So every hypothesis test ends with a decision. That decision may be correct or it may be wrong. Statistics recognizes these two possible decision errors. All right. Now, a type 1 error occurs when we reject the null hypothesis, even though it is actually true. This is called a false positive. A type 2 error occurs when we fail to reject the null hypothesis, even though it is false. This is also called a false negative. Remember this comparison. Type 1 error is rejecting a true null hypothesis, whilst type 2 error is failing to reject a false null hypothesis. The significance level alpha represents the probability of making a type 1 error. So anyway you see alpha, it's type 1 error. Choosing alpha is 0.05 means accepting a 5% risk of this error. Beta represents the probability of making a type 2 error. This means missing a real difference or treatment effect when one actually exists. So if you see beta, think of type 2 error. A statistical power is the probability of correctly detecting a true effect. So the higher the power, the lower the chance of making a type 2 error. Let's understand this better with examples. Now imagine a healthy patient who tests positive because of a testing error. This is a false positive and represent a type 1 error. Good. Now imagine an infected patient receives a negative result. Yes, this is false negative, and this is type 2 error because the disease was missed. All right. Now, this summary table is worth remembering. It appears frequently in examinations and research discussions. All right. Now, keep these 5 points in mind. They form the foundation for understanding errors in hypothesis testing and are essential for interpreting research correctly. Again, you have done an excellent work and you now understand the two types of statistical decisions error. In the next tutorial, we will learn the z-test with worked examples. All right. And it will be well explained for you to understand. And I'm sure that is the place you all want to get to. And I'm excited about it, just like you are. So thank you for learning with me, and I will see you in the next tutorial. And if you found this tutorial very helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Medent Tutorials. Until then, peace out.